Remember when we used to have to clap? 1, 2, 3.
So cute.
Good times.
I realized something about myself this week editing clips.
What?
Oh, tell her. I actually already told her, but tell her again.
Oh, I had to text Bailey that I realized when I laugh at my own jokes, I sound like Kamala Harris.
Okay, bye.
And I'm going to work really hard on not doing that anymore.
Oh.
All I told Kelly was, hey, at least she figured it out on her own, and we didn't have to have a discussion.
I never noticed it. I'm going to have to go back and listen to things because
It's not noticeable.
These
You're
damn
fine.
lights, y'all, in our studio have plagued us from day one.
Yeah.
And we need to write a letter to Govey. I'm over them. Anyways.
yeah, we've got strong words.
So I will not be Kamala cackling anymore.
Have you seen
I'm going to
the
control myself.
impersonator of her?
Yes. Oh, I love her so much.
She's so funny. She has like
She
Maya
was
Rudolph?
at the DNC this week. No, the
it's just,
TikTok
like, some random
impersonator.
Oh. I saw a clip of Maya Rudolph at Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
Talking about how excited she is for the
Yeah.
opportunity to potentially keep playing her for the next 8 years. Like, what a wild experience.
Yeah.
To look like
I
someone.
really want Steve Martin to play Tim Waltz.
Oh man.
I think he's too old.
No, I think he looks the right age. When he smiles, they look like the same
Yeah,
person.
but
when he
Steve
smiles.
Martin's like pushing 80 something.
Oh.
Huh?
Kelly Siri, how old is Steve Martin? I don't have my phone anymore. Cause what did I do? Upgrades, people, upgrades.
We're so proud of you.
Finally.
79.
Oh, wow. I did not think he was that old.
Dude, that man has been
I know,
here
he's
since the
been
dawn
around.
of time.
But he has also looked like this
Forever.
Yes.
That's
well, because he's had the white hair since he was in his 30s.
Yeah.
His wife is an incredible human. His daughter is the sweetest thing alive. They also are extremely protective of her identity, and no one knows what she looks like. They even did a documentary about him. I can't remember which service. It might have been Apple TV. And even in it's his documentary. He helped produce and direct it and did all the artwork for it. And every time she's on screen, he puts his cartoon character version of her over her body so that you can't see what she looks like.
It's on Apple TV.
Okay, I thought it was
That's
Apple.
very sweet.
Yeah, they're very protective of
Glad
her.
that he's so protective of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Look
no,
at that.
Tim, the amount of times Tim Waltz has made me cry this week,
Oh yeah,
his children have
it's
made me
good
cry.
stuff. Yeah, for timing's purposes. Hi, happy Monday. How are you doing? We're filming this the Friday before, so this will be like one of our fastest episodes we've ever had, like go to air. But since our last episode, Kamala Harris now has the nomination for president. So we've been watching. Some of us have been watching the DNC this week. All the Democratic propaganda.
It's
USA.
been something.
It's been very interesting.
I did really appreciate last night's though. I think I don't know,
Did
some
you-
of this I watched the whole thing last night
Yeah.
with mom, and I really appreciated the speeches from the moms of kids who were taken by gun violence.
Yeah.
Their speeches were very impactful.
Elizabeth Warren made me cry the second she came out because I love her. Senator from Massachusetts.
Oh, yes. And then Gabby Gifford's speech was also very sweet.
Love her.
Just as an Arizonan.
Yep.
We love Gabby. She was the one who was nearly assassinated.
At a campaign rally.
What?
Yeah, she was shot while on stage.
Yeah.
And was rushed to the hospital and almost didn't make it. And she had to go through like a multiple years of rehab to be
This
able.
was in like the early 2000s.
I had moved. It was like 2016, 2015 because I had moved to Seattle already and heard
What's her
about
name?
it.
Gabby Giffords.
Yeah, Becky Birch.
She's married to the current senator.
Yes, the
There's
astronaut. Mark Kelly.
astronaut.
2011.
Oh, yeah. See, I was like,
Wow.
I was pretty sure I was in high school.
That felt shorter than that amount of time ago.
So I didn't live here yet.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder you didn't know.
I'm like, what?
Who? I was only prepared for my Colorado senator conversation, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Next time I'll come
Cicely.
more prepared.
Yeah.
If I could get show notes ahead of time, that'd be great.
Anytime I'll send you the menu because
Thank
you
you.
know why? Every second counts.
Yes.
Chef.
Yes, chef.
Yeah, the DNC's been interesting. I've loved multiple speeches. Raphael Warnock was my favorite that I watched just because it felt like we were going to church. And he had the whole every neighbor that you have should feel safe. Israeli neighbors, Palestinian neighbors, children. Like he just went on and on and like kept the crowd getting roared up. It was awesome. But I should say I haven't watched all of it. I've watched mostly clips, and
Last night was the first night I watched a full night.
thing. Yeah, we watched the first full night for the most part, and that was good. But ever since that first night, I just feel like a lot of celebrity stuff has been happening. Fine, whatever. I feel like the Democrats are obsessed with their celebrities, though. It's just a little obnoxious. The biggest thing that I have seen come out in the last couple of days, though, is that they allowed an Israeli family to take the stage at the DNC and tell their story about the family that they have in Gaza. And then they fully denied the uncommitted movement, who is filled with Palestinians who want to also tell their story. And they had been trying to get to an agreement for 3 weeks leading up to the DNC.
Yeah.
And then Monday night were given the kibosh of, nope, you will not be gracing the stage.
Yeah.
Even though lifelong Republicans have come into the DNC fold and are given this huge platform to sit up there, one of which passed massive, disgusting trans bills in the last few years, but he's allowed to be up on that stage and just grace us with his presence. But God forbid we actually give a microphone to people who need it and deserve it. But
it was Mandy Patinkin, who I love Mandy Patinkin. Is in Princess Bride.
Yes.
My name is
yeah.
Anyways, he and his son were there interviewing people and stuff, and both Israelis and Palestinians, and
Good.
And I reposted on TikTok one of the interviews that they did, or towards the end of the video. He's like, and these Palestinians should also be given the opportunity to speak the same,
Yeah, because that's the message that the DNC is giving. Like leadership is saying every voice matters, everyone gets their time, everyone deserves their moment, but there are stipulations to who that can be. And if it's not someone who is filling their pockets, then it's a big nope. I have been super pumped to watch the creator convention basically at the DNC, because they invited so many social media creators, because the journalists are pissed off. They've been pissed off all week with how many creators got invited and how much access they were given. And all the creators on TikTok are just like, get over it, you whiny fucking dinosaur. Like, there's a reason why creators are followed. It is because we are not bought and paid for by these weird corporate news entities, Fox, and any of those old money families. And we have the opportunity to say whatever we want and interview whoever we want. That's what I was really excited to see. People like Phil DeFranco and Hassan and Under the Desk News was there, and
Teffy was there.
Like, there were so many fantastic creators who have given voice to so many different stories, not only their own. And that is the beauty of having creators be a part of these moments.
And the reality is, like, Phil DeFranco has been doing the news for over a decade.
Yeah. Easily.
He has been one of the only news sources that I've consistently watched into my adulthood.
Yeah.
He's one of the people who got me into knowing more about what was going on in the world, and someone who I've always had so much respect for, because as he has ended every show for the last 10 years, he's like, this isn't only about my opinion. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
He has always shown both sides of every story.
Yep.
And
he is in the comments. That's what I've always loved about him. Go ahead.
And to that point, like, now I don't know how, because I have kind of gone back and forth between watching him, but I do watch him pretty regularly. But now, most of the time, depending on the length of show, he'll pull certain comments and speak to it and like address it, or
like doing the pinned comment thing.
I love that.
They call it common commentary or something.
That's
like that.
right. Yeah. Oh, and I love that it humbles him all the time. Like, he learns so much just from going through the comments and making sure he's highlighting other resources and news sources and opinions. It's fantastic, and no journalist is doing something like that.
Yeah.
And I saw one creator who just kind of popped off because he was really pissed that so many journalists were being so disgusting on Twitter and TikTok about, or mostly Twitter, about their attitudes about it. And he's like, do you know why I'm on this platform? It's because all of my goddamn videos about news reach tens of millions of people. When's the last time you did it with your listicle of where to go in New York? Like,
Yeah.
we're talking about real things and quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been interesting.
Timely.
Very.
Yeah.
But I still feel excited. I'm just very weary of the Israeli ceasefire conversation because it just feels like we're screaming into the void. Politics.
And other news.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, it's Virgo season.
As I was going to say.
Today is the first day, not Monday, but the day that we're in currently.
The 23rd.
Are you ready?
I think so.
For routine?
Always.
For discipline? For
most of the time.
For going internal and checking in on yourself, having one-on-one time.
For listeners, you can't see my face. It's a no for me. Dog.
It's time though, and then Mercury in retrograde will be done on the 27th.
God bless.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's been a long one. I'm tired.
It really has. This whole month has been in retrograde, it feels
Rough.
It has.
pretty much. Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
August is just yucky. We're over it. We want some fall weather. I asked Kelly which show she was choosing to binge this season. I think we're both doing Gossip Girl. What are you going to do?
I've been on a real below deck kick, so I'll probably just keep going with that.
Below Deck is such an odd show to watch though, because there's very rarely weather or seasons. Like,
yeah,
it's
you
just
don't really know what
constantly-
time of year it is
No.
usually. Well, sometimes they'll reference like, oh yeah, it's October
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the med, so the weather's getting kind of rough,
but not that.
but not that rough.
Yeah.
I always
yeah.
feel like I have a fall show though that I want that I'll like start through.
Yeah. I feel like I burned myself out last year on my like go-to shows. I watched New Girl through twice last year.
Twice last year?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Any particular reason why?
She's in a dark place. I was living in a
no.
living situation I didn't want to live in anymore. And that was
So you watched the show with 4
Retreating.
roommates?
I was just retreating.
It could be worse.
I could be living with my ex-boyfriend in the same exact apartment.
Yeah.
Across the hall from
Across
him.
the hall, listening to him have sex with other people.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good week.
But we all want to live with Schmidt, so
Yeah.
he would be.
Do we?
I'd love
Because
that.
he's also
Yes.
like incredibly obsessive compulsive.
Yeah, because he's probably a Virgo. Actually, I don't know. Do we know their signs? That has to be a thing.
When is it? Well, we have the birthday episode, but I don't know if they say that what date it is.
Do we ever learn his name? I've never finished New
Yeah,
Girl.
it's Winston.
Jessica
that's right.
is a Pisces. I'll
That
just read
checks.
their sons. Nick is a Taurus.
That also checks.
Schmidt is a Leo.
Oh.
Interesting.
Winston is a Gemini.
Mm.
Cece is a Scorpio. And Coach
Yep.
is an Aries.
Yeah,
that checks.
that checks too.
Yeah.
Ew, a Leo.
I'm a Leo. Sorry.
Thank you for that, Siri
Yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah, I'm here.
Siri Kelly.
We should give you a Siri name. Kiri.
Carrie.
I like it. What else has been going on? What are you watching lately? Below Deck. Got it.
So I'm on, let's see, where was I last podcast? I was still on Below Deck OG.
Yeah.
I had not started Below Deck Med yet.
You were like season 7, I think.
Mm-hmm.
How many seasons are there?
11.
And she watched all of those. And
Mhm.
then
Now I'm on season, yep.
How many like episodes ish per
Ooh,
season?
like 15 to 18.
it's a short season.
They're
but-
not super long seasons.
Yeah.
And almost none of them have reunion episodes. There's
Yeah.
very few reunion episodes.
The
Med,
Australian one
Australian.
and Med get call-in reunions for the
Yeah,
most part.
but there's even been a few Med seasons that didn't have a reunion.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so there were 11 seasons. They've filmed season 12 already
Yeah.
of OG, but it hasn't started airing yet. Season 9 of Mediterranean is airing right now. I am on season 5 of
Oh
Mediterranean.
my gosh.
Impressive.
That is
Thank you.
impressive.
Thank you. I would like to emphasize that I do do couch workouts when I'm watching the show.
Sure.
Or like I do other things.
Yeah, while it's on in
Yeah.
the background.
I
yeah.
edit, pause the show so I can listen to the video that I'm editing.
Good. That's helpful.
Yeah.
That's necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have like 4 more seasons or 3.5 seasons of this. And then I'll watch Australian.
I love Australian.
Listen, it's just so interesting.
Yeah.
And it's this type of brain rot that found me. It just got in there real good.
Good itch.
Good itch. And
It's unlike any other reality
it is
show.
because they're working so hard.
Yeah.
But then also there's a little drama
Oh,
or a lot of drama.
inner staff drama. And then there's the
Guest drama.
guest drama, which is holy.
Guest drama
crazy.
with the crew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that they filmed that much of the guests.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So every 2 episodes, you see a full guest board and then deboard from the boat. So you see
Mhm.
their arrival, their time on board, all the fun things that they get to do,
Oh.
how awful or nice they are.
Mhm.
And then they deboard and then you get to find out how much they tip the crew.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is usually the real tea.
Yes.
Is how much money. And what's very interesting is they tip a lot less in the Mediterranean than they do in the Caribbean seasons. The Caribbean were making like a bad tip was 20,000.
Well, how big are the boats?
The same.
Really?
Yeah, they're like 60, 80 meters.
Oh, wow. How weird. I wonder why.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But in Med, like a good tip is like 20.
I feel like older
I'd take
seasons.
20.
Right.
Right. Well, they each end up getting like usually about $1,500 a piece.
Yeah.
$2,000
'Cause they
is like a really good one.
Yeah, they split it equally
Yeah.
between every crew member, including the captain.
Yep.
Shoot.
And all the engineers, everyone on board.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And then you get a night off. So you get the drama of if the staff are sleeping with each other or fighting with each other
Yeah.
or trying to steal each other's boys. It's
Yeah.
thrilling.
Or as Malia experienced in
Oh, I love
season
Malia.
like 1 of Med, she was kissing up on 2 of the boys
Oh,
on her
no.
first season. The season I'm on right now, she's the bosun, which is like the head of the deck team. And
You've met Malia.
Was she on
won
Winter House?
Yeah,
Okay, that
and
was what I
you've
was
met
Yes.
Aisha.
yeah,
She's the Australian or Kiwi.
she's Kiwi.
Very tan, skinny. She was only there for one
Redhead?
night. No.
Mm-mm,
Oh.
brunette when she was on Winter House.
Yeah. She came in guns a-blazing for one night when Tom was still there.
And Katie.
And Katie.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, there were 2 that were there like through the
Mhm.
whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Malia
stayed.
is from Below Deck Med.
Yeah.
And she started out as a deckhand, and in her first season she went from a deckhand to lead deckhand, and then now on the season I'm on, she's the head of the
bosun.
deck team as bosun, and then now she's actually
She's getting her captain's license.
yeah, she just got
Her-
earlier this year that her first guard,
Yeah.
like
her
the
shoulder
yeah,
pads.
Mm.
Yeah.
She's a badass.
Yeah.
And
she's like just
jacked.
tiny little jacked
She's like
woman.
a squat, like gymnast body.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's stunning too,
Mhm.
but I love it. I love how she treats the men that she
Mhm.
has to work with / train / be the boss of.
Yeah.
They're so
There's
so not
one
used
who
to
like
it.
he spends the first whole first maybe 2 charters really, and she had made him her lead deckhand because he had the most experience.
Yeah.
She ends up demoting him
'Cause
like
he's-
after 2 because he is so misogynistic.
Yeah.
And he keeps calling her sweetie or sweetheart.
or love.
Yeah. First of all, he's American, so don't try calling her love. Like
Yeah.
I think he's from Boston or something like that, but
Yeah.
he
I don't like that.
yeah, he just is so grody. And he's also on a ship where your boss, the bosun, is a woman.
Yeah.
The captain is a woman. The chief stew, the head of the inside crew, is a woman. So you have all these badass women leading this boat,
Mhm.
making it run.
Not only that, but the captain is one of the most decorated captains, and
Yeah.
she
And beloved.
and beloved by like everyone she's ever worked with.
Yeah.
And
Except for Hannah.
Hannah's poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was awful. I love watching her captain because she has no BS policy,
Mhm.
and especially when it comes to sexism or misogyny, she
Mhm.
will nip that in the bud so fast.
She brings them all into the
Mhm.
the wheelhouse, and is like, if you don't like it, get off the boat.
Yeah.
We're not your sweetie.
Mm-mm.
We're not your honey.
Yeah.
We're your bosses. If you don't like it, GTFO.
If you can't take direction,
She
Yeah.
runs a tight ship.
she does.
She
it
does.
bad.
But she also cares so
much.
deeply
Yeah.
for her team.
Yeah.
To
She'll
the
go to
I mean,
bat.
to a fault at some points, especially in the earlier seasons of Med. There's a few times where there's people she fully should have fired their
Yeah.
first season with her.
She kind of does it a lot. She has a
Yeah.
really big heart, and she
wants to give
has-
people a chance to thrive.
especially beginners.
Mhm.
She wants all of the internal staff to just be given a lot of chances, and to a point where people will complain about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aisha will be like, "It's time to fire this person.
Yeah.
Let's go."
There were a few times where I found myself. So Hannah is the chief stew of the first 5 seasons
Mhm.
of Below Deck Med, and she's kind of awful. She's just very harsh and very. She wants everybody else to put in 100, but she doesn't put in 100.
Yeah.
No,
she
she, like,
pretends that she is.
whips them into 100 and
Yeah.
says, "I've done my part by getting you to this place.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you continue to work at
Yeah.
this level, and I'm going to go take a nap and call my boyfriend."
Yeah.
No,
Not fair.
no, not at
Or
all.
fight with the chef who's right.
Yeah.
All the time. What have you
Yeah.
been watching?
I've still been stuck in my Love Island
Nothing
What season
wrong.
are you
world.
on?
I am on season 6.
Nice.
So when we were last together, I was just starting season 4, which that season had 50 episodes.
Yeah, I feel like
So-
you've slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm on like episode 8 or 9 of
Mhm.
season 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. But season 5 is my favorite season so far, and I'm having
Yeah.
a really hard time getting into season 6.
You like mourn,
It's hard sometimes.
You
with that.
mourn them.
Yeah.
You're like, where are my
Yes.
friends?
I
None of these people are my
know.
friends. That's why I said that one gets better by the middle. By the time Casa hits,
Yeah.
you're a fan. But after season 5, it took some time to be like, okay, I guess I like these people.
Yeah.
I went through
But-
the same thing with switching from OG to Med.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Because I was like, but Captain Lee, but
Yeah.
Eddie, like I
vibes
are
lost
off.
all of the people I
vibes are
loved. Yeah.
And I was so sad because while I was
Yeah.
watching it, at the time there was one couple that was still together in real time. And while I was mid-season, there was like a People article that Molly May and Tommy split.
that's been a huge thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
but so I in the back of my mind I'm like, I know they're no longer together, but I'm watching like the beginning of their
Oh,
relationship and
yeah.
like the beautiful start
Yeah.
of
Yeah. They were beloved. Like
Yeah.
Love Island royalty.
Yeah.
What's crazy too.
They have a kid.
Yeah.
Bambi. What's crazy too is they're his uncle or brother.
Brother uncle.
His
Uh-oh.
brother is a massive fighter.
Yeah.
In the UK. And
Like UFC.
Tommy
type thing.
Fury. Yeah. Tommy Fury is a wrestler as well, or a fighter as well, but he got it from I think it's his brother. Anyway, his brother has a show, and he's a traveler. First of
Yeah.
all, they come from a traveler family, formerly gypsies.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
Irish traveler.
Yes, and many children, very wealthy, but has retired multiple times and has been. He's a little off. I think he has some major brain damage from fighting for so long, and it hasn't. He says he goes to therapy, but I don't really see it. He'll like randomly one morning wake up and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna go to Ibiza for the day," to his wife, and she's just like, "What?" okay,
We
like,
have, you know, a life and children and
yes, and I need your help, and you're retired now, so, like, you can be here with my 4 other kids
Yeah.
and be a dad, and he's just so stuck in his ways and incapable of really changing, but Tommy and Molly May were in the first season. They're
Were
part of their
they?
community, and part of the first season was when they announced that they were pregnant in the show. So it was all before, and I don't know if they have a season 2 or if it's being shot or what, but I wonder if if Tommy or Molly May will be in the show at all
Yeah.
anymore.
well, and
But
I follow a few traveler girls on
yeah,
TikTok who I've just like there's just this one family that I just really love, and one of the girls, um I think her name is Hannah, but anyways, she loves them because they're
yes,
traveler and because for the first time they were this like positive reflection of what travelers are
yeah.
Yeah.
instead of the stereotype and
Yeah.
the like trashiness or whatever.
But unfortunately, it's because they're just so wealthy. They're
Yeah.
like millionaire on millionaires, and
Yeah.
that's why they get to be so different than other travelers. And yet,
Mhm.
he still goes in camps and travels with the kids. He'll just like randomly take them on nights out and just
Mhm.
go sleep out in the woods with their camper. Like, this man is so strange, and
Oh my
it
gosh.
made Tommy make way more sense when I saw what his family was like.
Yeah.
Because he's just kind of like odd.
He is a little odd and
Yeah.
like seems very reserved
Right?
and
Mhm.
very emotional.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like very in tune with his emotions
Mhm.
and yeah, like you think that when you hear that he's a fighter, like that
Right.
he's gonna have like more rough around the edge type
Mhm.
Yeah.
personality, but he's really soft.
Yes. It isn't that like when they first get matched on the show, that was her hesitancy because she was expecting this guy to be like, and he's known. He was like one of the first kind of celebrities on Love Island.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I have this idea of what you might be like, but you're
Mhm.
clearly not that type of person.
Yeah.
But I think he cheated.
Do you?
I do.
Mhm.
So he was in Ibiza for a fight, I think, or
Ibiza.
something, Ibiza, and he went clubbing. And there's footage of him with a girl clubbing 9 months ago.
Aw.
And her message when she posted it was literally 9 months later, almost to the weekend that he was gone.
Aw.
I know. It's heartbreaking.
That's so sad.
And just the way she messaged her message made it, she said this, she was like, he gave me the one thing that I always cherish, my daughter. She did a
Yes.
lot of like singular
Mhm.
words.
Yeah, I noticed that too because I
Molly
went to
did.
Yes.
yeah, because I went to go I normally am like pretty strict
Yeah.
with like I'm not looking at anyone's social media. I'm not
Yeah.
looking anyone up until I finish the season, but I went to go find their things and to compare like their
Yeah.
statements essentially cuz
Mhm.
his was very much like we at this time our family
Collective.
Mhm.
yada yada and hers was very me, my daughter,
Yeah.
us like
And it was first too. She was
Was
the
it?
one that posted that. He didn't post for like 5 or 6 hours after the fact. So it
Really?
wasn't at the same
No.
time, meaning they weren't together and it was not a joint statement. It was just like, you do your thing, I'm going to do mine.
yeah.
So it's funny
so
that
bad.
you wait because I don't. I like when I'm watching, I'm like, I need to know if Malia is still with this man. Like, I'm like, is Malia still with Tom? No,
Oh,
absolutely not.
God,
She's
isn't
not.
he awful?
Well, and that's like I wanted in my mind. I'm like I still want my favorite couples to
Mhm.
be together, and so I don't want it to be spoiled.
Yeah.
I keep getting so
Before.
disappointed because every couple I've Googled, none of them are still together.
Yeah.
Yachties don't stay together. It's
I
like
don't
a
know, but there's
thing.
this one on this season, Rob and oh my god, what is her name?
I don't-
She's a steward. She's a stewardess. Anyways, this is the one who she breaks her finger in the door.
Oh, yeah.
She
I forgot about that.
fractures her finger. She slams it like
Ugh.
Doesn't
closed
she do
in
it
a
at the
door.
beginning of the season too?
It's on the like third or fourth.
I know who you're talking about. She's
yeah.
like stunning.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, crazy fake everything, but it's like done tastefully. Anyways,
beautiful.
she falls for one of the deckhands,
Mhm.
Rob, who's South African, I think. Anyways,
Very tall.
he tells her he loves her after like 2 weeks. Like crazy.
Oh my.
The love bombing.
Yeah.
Insane.
Ugh.
He's now married with a kid, different person.
Oh yeah.
I like looked him up.
They go
on
on a
Instagram.
trip after the season,
Yeah.
right? They're kind of talking about it
Yeah,
throughout the
they're
season.
talking about going to Bali, I think.
They go and he like basically left her. How bad? That's how bad it was. And she
Oh my
just had
gosh.
like a vacation in Bali by herself after the fact.
Oh my-
I kind of love watching the
Mhm.
romance stuff happen on Below Deck
Mhm.
because it burns so fast like that. It's just
Yeah.
so entertaining. But I love when they naively start to talk
Mhm.
about, oh, we're gonna go to Greece after this, and we're gonna fall in love, and like just be off
Hannah
the
with the
boat.
23.
Don't even get me started.
She
She's
turns 30,
disgusting.
and during one of the seasons, she had just turned 30 a few weeks prior.
And she looks 40 because she smokes
Yeah, and drinks heavily, like every other yachty. But anyways, starts hooking up with the 23-year-old bosun, who is
Looks 23.
a child. He looks 15.
Yeah.
He looks so young.
Yeah.
And he's only 7 years younger than her, but it's a 7 years. And they start planning this whole trip. They're broken up before they even get off the boat.
Oh, no.
She's like guilting him because she had to change her flights from where they were supposed to go, because they were supposed to go to like
You're planning a vacation
Prague.
with a 23-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
what do you expect?
Yeah.
I don't. She's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, you want a Jacques?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's easy. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? I will allow food types like Indian food,
Oh.
Japanese food, if you need it.
Potato.
You are mother's child. You are our mother's child. Has my mom ever told you what she used to eat when she was living in Oregon?
No.
That woman didn't want to spend money on anything. She ate like instant mashed potatoes, cheese.
Not bad.
That's about it.
Oh.
Hey,
And
she
maybe a
looks
little-
good.
Maybe a little ranch
Yeah.
here and there.
So here's my go-to.
Oh dear
Oh,
God.
no.
Baroque bitch hours. Just kidding. I do like now, because I'm working with a nutritionist.
Yeah.
I'm doing the like healthier version of this now.
Great.
Baked potato.
Yeah.
But I don't bake it in the oven because that takes too long. There's a baked
Microwave?
potato setting on the microwave.
Oh boy.
Okay. So it takes like 8 minutes.
She does have an oven, folks.
I do, but it's hot. I don't want to turn the oven on.
Mm.
It's so hot.
Okay.
Okay. Then you get a little Kerrygold. Because I
Broke, bitch. Who?
Hey, I do boosh out on the butter because butter is important and you use it for a lot of things. Use it for making steaks. Use it,
You do?
I buy
Yeah.
great value butter.
I buy Costco 12-pack unsalted grade A butter.
Going back to my Irish roots.
Okay.
We're not Irish. So I use Kerrygold.
Okay. And
Salt and pepper, that's it.
Oh.
no chives,
No cheese?
no garlic,
No sour
It doesn't
cream?
need it.
no
The butter speaks for itself, people.
onions, grilled onions.
If you want to mix it up a little bit.
Oh, that kind of makes me sad.
Listen, this is like a depression meal.
Word. I had those. What was your depression meal? Do you have one? No depression meal.
I don't think so.
Mine's an entire box of mac and cheese.
Kraft?
Any.
Oh.
I like
Annie's.
yeah.
I'm an
Annie.
Annie's.
I mean, in my broke girl era, it was Kroger brand.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I would sometimes I put chicken in it, get me some protein, but for the most part, just a box of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
With a little ketchup.
Ew.
Oh, absolutely a little ketchup.
Yeah.
We're white trash, Kelly. I don't think you understand the levels of white trash our family could get
Sometimes
to.
we didn't have things like butter, or sometimes there just wasn't milk, but like you had a hankering for mac and cheese, and ketchup helps.
Chuckle a ketchup.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if I can talk too much because like camp mac and cheese, it was delicious.
Well, as it
first
should
of
be.
all.
Yeah,
Salsa.
Oh yeah.
a choice.
No,
Like,
it's good. I've had that before.
Paste,
Yes.
like chunky salsa.
Yes.
I do like a paste chunky salsa sometimes.
My mouth is watering thinking about it. I loved that shit so much.
Yeah.
It was so good. I would also eat like 5 million grilled cheese sandwiches whenever we'd have them because they were so delicious.
Oh, because they
Camp
like
food.
feel
It's
like
like-
nothing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're like the fake cheese.
Yeah.
like the Kraft
yeah.
singles kind of.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's like really gooey.
Yum. Wait, what's your
Okay, my
forever meal?
My forever meal
Or
food. I used to say rice
I love rice.
because I think you can do a lot of different things.
We just some
with
starchy
rice.
girls.
I love a carb.
Could you tell?
Yeah. Yeah, I think rice would probably be my go-to.
Rice is great.
Because you could sweeten it up if you want to. You can make it savory. Can I
Sure.
put things on it?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. I love soy sauce, so like
A little salt and pea.
sticky rice to be specific.
Oh,
Japanese
yes.
sticky rice.
Jasmine rice.
See, I'm going like minute rice, a little bit of ranch, black pepper, a little bit of
Ranch with
Listen,
rice.
we had a
We
weird
are white
childhood.
trash. I need you to get in the same
We
page.
had an ingredient house, and sometimes you just got to get a little creative.
A little butter, a little ranch, salt and pepper.
I would make her microwave tortillas with a little bit of butter and sugar and cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
Put them back in the microwave. They caramelize a little bit. Delicious.
Oh.
I would do the
It's
same
a
with
cinnamon roll.
peanut butter. Peanut butter and honey.
Is it?
It is a
If
cheap
you want to get
man's-
healthy, banana. If you got them,
Oh.
If fancy.
some potass.
I wheezed a little bit on that one.
Oh my god.
So sorry.
I'm learning so much about you guys.
Yeah. Oh, a saltine with butter and honey.
Or butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, delish.
What about peanut butter?
I mean,
On a saltine, yeah.
yeah, on a saltine.
But sometimes peanut butter is expensive.
It's so thick.
We are on one tonight.
Interesting.
My eyes are burning because my mascara burns when my eyes get wet.
I need mascara.
Oh,
I need to find
no,
one.
You guys are falling apart.
What is yours?
What's your forever name?
I want sushi every day.
Yeah.
But that's not
Like
really a
nigiri?
food. No, I just want sushi. I just want all
Not
kinds
nigiri.
of sushi.
Nigiri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nigiri. Any kind of sushi. I just
I
love
was on
sushi.
the fence to say sushi as well. I could eat that for every meal.
Every single meal. I'm never sick of it. I will never turn sushi down. But you guys keep talking about food groups. Now I'm just like, chicken? I love chicken. I can eat chicken every day.
But you get sick of chicken real quick.
I haven't yet. I've been eating chicken every day for 2 years.
Ugh.
I love chicken. With the time that we have left, can I tell you about
My.
Jules LeBron?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Strap in.
Let me tell you about my favorite person on the internet now. This woman has skyrocketed
Mhm.
to fame
In a week.
in a week. She has been traveling for the last 16 days prior to this. Since her first video went viral, the brands have been out getting this woman to go to all of these different events, and she is rolling in the cash right now. It's absolutely phenomenal. The entire world of TikTok feels like we have made the right person famous for the first time. She is a trans woman, has been on TikTok for a while, and has been creating content probably since the pandemic.
Mhm.
She started by doing her Bratz dolls reviews and showing, because she loves to collect Bratz dolls because she was never allowed to have dolls growing up.
Mhm.
And her dream doll is the American Girl dolls.
Of course.
And she collects them and she turns them into people like Joe Jonas. There was an entire video that went viral like a year ago when she started crafting her American Girl dolls to look like different people. The one that went viral was the one where she made him look like Joe Jonas.
like cuts their hair and everything.
Yes, and put a little
wigs, facial hair,
yes,
all
everything.
the things.
Everything. And then she will wear the wigs and make funny videos with little doll wigs, with little doll sunglasses. Oh
Yeah.
my God, she kills me. So she saw this other creator named Selena say something about demure a couple of months ago. And she was like, that's so fun. I love that word. That needs to be something. So then she came out with one of the first videos that went viral, maybe 2 weeks ago, with the very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. And I think it was the fan in the plane.
No, it was you see how I go to work?
Yes.
And
Okay,
I
I've
don't
heard
have
that
a
audio.
green cut crease.
Yes.
Very cutesy, very demure, very mindful.
Yeah.
I go to the job the same way I went to the interview. Very mindful.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
So
it
good.
just lodges into my brain.
In the best way.
Yeah.
So that happened. That one pops off.
Yeah.
So she starts making a few more and then a few more. And then everyone starts saying it on TikTok. And then the brands are saying it. And now everyone's saying
Lindsay Lohan is saying it.
They're filming Freaky Friday. They made content specifically about very demure last week.
I saw
Yeah.
They're in the car, right?
Yes.
Wear your seatbelt.
Very mindful.
Very mindful.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Amazing. I just love it
I
because
want to be I want to be. Sorry,
What?
I'm so sorry
I
to cut you
wanna
off.
be
Because I
where the
instantly
people
think
are.
I instantly think of I want to be the social media content manager who has to go to Jamie Lee Curtis and say, "I need you to get in this car and just say this."
Here's the thing that I know about Jamie Lee, because I'm a housewives lady.
Oh,
She loves content. She
Really?
loves being a goofball. She loves learning things about content.
she's a part of the Housewives.
No. She's friends with Kyle Richards because she was in
Oh,
Halloween
yes,
an eon
duh.
ago, and then has done the
Yes.
sequels with Kyle Richards. So because they have become very close friends,
Kyle Richards was the little girl in the first Halloween movie.
and she's one of the original housewives.
I never seen the Halloween movies.
Oh,
I haven't either.
I've seen the first one.
Mm.
She was a part of this like actor family growing up in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And she was the first housewife of Beverly Hills, and she is still on Beverly Hills and has famously started to break up with her longtime husband, Mauricio, who has a show on Netflix, which it's all real estate. I'm holding this up because it's sliding, by the way.
Oh, I was like,
You're like, why
you good?
are you holding this? Yeah, it's just too heavy. Anyways. I think Jamie Lee Curtis loves it. So she's been
Yeah.
on Beverly Hills Housewives a couple of times.
Oh, that's so funny.
To do events with Kyle, specifically for either
Oh, you know what? I remember that. Yes,
promoting Halloween
yes,
or
yes.
promoting her nonprofit that she
Yes.
works with for cancer.
Mhm.
So I think she's into it. I think she likes to hear about like what's popular and
Yeah.
what the kids
I
are
just still
saying.
think it's funny to be like, so Jamie.
So Jamie.
So Miss Curtis.
Yeah.
Miss Curtis.
Miss Lee Curtis. I need you to sit in this car with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
And say these lines.
And say this one line.
I follow Jules now because of all
Yes.
this, because how could you not? She's so entertaining and she's so freaking funny. She was just on this, I don't know, I think it was an ad. She was on a Southwest flight and has a Southwest crown, like they give crowns to the kids, and she's like sitting in her seat. She's like, you see how I get on Southwest and I pick my seat, very cutesy, very demure. And then the next scene is the flight attendant on the telecom being like, we would love to welcome a special person to the flight. Miss Jules LeBron is here with us, and she is very cutesy, very mindful, very demure, and please give her a warm welcome for us. And
I
everyone
love
clapped.
it.
Oh my
much.
gosh.
So much. She's fabulous. I'll send you her profile.
Yeah.
so
And
that
the
you can
coolest
see.
part is that because of this instant fame,
Mm-hmm.
she is now getting to fund her transition.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like
And
do
get her
like
teeth done.
fix her teeth, do all these things that she's never been able to afford
Yeah.
and never thought she would be able to do,
Yeah.
and is suddenly has the funds to do it.
Yeah.
And gets to be
Instantly.
herself.
That's
It's
so
incredible.
cool.
I know.
And I'm like just so happy for her.
Yeah. She just posted a video yesterday morning crying. She like cries all the time with like me on social media.
Yeah.
I love her. And she's just like, I thought that I would get to this point and immediately be like, oop, getting the Louis, oop, getting the Tesla. And instead I'm like, oh, gonna make sure that my mom can get ahead on bills and make sure I can help my brother so that he can get in a better life situation. And all the comments are just like crying with her because it's
Mhm.
just so it feels like we made the right person famous for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what she does with all of it. It's going to be incredible. Netflix already hosted her. Yes. And there is a very demure playlist on Netflix right now.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I think they're shooting something with
Everywhere.
her.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I could totally see her being a host of one of those
Easily.
like little game shows that they do or whatever,
Yeah.
competition shows they
Or, like,
do.
A
Is it
baking
cake?
show.
Yeah.
Is it cake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
can, she can take over for Mikey Day,
absolutely. She is so just watchable.
Give Mikey Day a break.
please.
And
Let
she
that man
makes me
sleep.
laugh. So
Yeah.
that's Jules LeBron.
I love it
There
so
you go.
much. I feel like I was a little bit of an imposter because I saw a post
Mhm.
of just like a reel or like a carousel of like different things going on
Yeah.
and saying like very demure, whatever.
Yeah.
And I posted it to my story and someone commented on it. They're like, where did this come from? I was like, I honestly have no idea. I just think the youths are saying it, so I'm saying it.
What's funny
Not
is
wrong.
how old is she?
Oh, she's probably in her late 20s. I think she's probably
Early
around my
30s,
age.
maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I hadn't Googled that yet.
Mhm.
She's just so wise and well spoken
Mm-hmm.
and just so grounded that I'm like, how old are you?
And also
Yeah.
just so joyful.
so joyful.
Oh.
And I
the
think
best
that's
part.
too why she has picked up so quickly,
Yeah.
other than the demure stuff, is because she sets out so much positivity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just from any video you watch of her.
Even when faced with hate, one of the most awful things that happened in the last week when it comes to her story, this random girl got on TikTok and she's like, I keep seeing that demure girl, and I just gotta say, she's ugly, and then just starts going in on how ugly she is, and then that girl got ripped apart by TikTok.
Mama Tot came after her.
Oh, everyone did.
Yeah.
And
Mama Tot is like the mom of TikTok.
she's amazing.
And if she finds out that you're doing something,
she gonna talk to you.
she gonna talk.
She
and
has
she's
the best
Southern
accent.
She's from Louisiana, I think.
Yeah.
But she'll like
lay
go
one
off.
in. So everyone stood up for Jules to be
Mhm.
like, how dare you say something like that? That's so beneath anyone.
Yeah.
But Jules had the best comeback. She was just like, she came on the next morning after it all blew up and was just like, anyways, remember when that girl called me ugly?
And she was like cackled.
Oh no.
She has the best laugh. I'm sure she'll be on Drew Afalo's podcast.
I think Drew's already like in her comments.
They were friends. They were mutuals before any of this happened. Drew, is it Afawalo or Offwallow?
I think it's Offwallow.
She's the man hater on TikTok. Like, she will lay one out to any like racist, misogynist guy on TikTok, and now has like this she's a New York Times bestselling author now. Okay. And her book just came out. She was a New York Times bestselling author before the premiere day, which was crazy. Anyways, she has an incredible podcast, and she just had Chapel Rowan on. Like, she has the most incredible
and
people
it's also
on.
had to come to her defense this week.
Yes, she has.
Yeah. But that's for a future episode.
Because today's is over.
Bye.
Sister by blood?
Halsey.
Sister by contract.
Kelly.
I'm Bailey. Thanks for watching Blood and Contracts. Please like and subscribe, rate and review, and share something on social about us so that there can be more of you.
Yeah.
And read The Invisible Life of ADDIE LARUE.
Yes. Because
good idea.
We will be talking about it in episode 42.
Good.
Welcome to our birthday month.
You know the
Yay.
from Enchanted? It's good.
It's good. You want it? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.